How you doing, YouTube? Okay. Anyway,
Uh,
as y'all heard, and I know we are a week late, but as you've heard, Luka Doncic is now a Los Angeles Laker, and Anthony Davis is a Dallas Maverick. Before we even get to our points, fellas, how does that make you feel? And please don't get political on me right now. I just want your base feelings. How y'all feeling about that? Let's start with you, Shaun. Talk to me, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I know exactly where I was at when this happened. I was I believe I was on the game.
Yep.
I think we was on
You
the
were.
game. I think we was on 2K.
You were on the game because I was on the game too.
Facts. I'm scrolling through my phone. I'm on IG. I see Luka and AD trade. I'm like, Shams posted it. I'm like, Shams is like legit. So I'm like,
Shams.
nah, he might have got hacked or something like that.
Facts.
I swiped it out, opened up IG again. I'm like, oh snap, this is real. I was like, oh, I gotta tell the boys about this one. I gotta tell somebody. Somebody gotta tell somebody. I was like, yo, there's no way that happened. So I was just shocked, and I'm still shocked. I can't believe that still happened. Honestly.
Bro, it's crazy you say that, man. Like I was just talking to someone last week. So you know how you have moments, bro. Like they're so historic, so impactful that you like you remember where you were at when it happened. Yeah. Like I remember where I was at when TikTok got shut down. Like I was downstairs eating food with my fiance and my brother. Like it was crazy, and we talked about that for 2 hours. Same way is the Luka Doncic trade, bro. I remember exactly what was going on. I was on the game, and you were the one that told me, and you was like, "Yo, Zai." Shaun was like, "Yo, Zai, bro, Luka's a Laker now, bro." I said, "What?" He said, "Bro, Luka just got traded with Anthony Davis." I said, "Bro, shut up, bro." Like I was like, "Bro, what kind of NBA blog page you on? IG page you on, bro?" Because I just knew it was fake. Like in that moment, I just knew it was fake. Whole time, bro. And then I looked and everybody's saying it. Luka, 25-year-old Luka Doncic, bro, got traded for Anthony Davis, man. But we're gonna get into that, man. But Brandon, how you feeling, man? How that make you feel?
Man, I can remember it like it was yesterday, man. Oh my goodness. One of the biggest trades I've ever seen in my lifetime, man. I was sitting on the couch, getting off of work, listen to the parlays. I look up NBA. All I see is Luka and AD, Luka and AD. I couldn't believe it, but now we're here.
Yeah, when you see two players on the same post, you just know what that means. You just know, there's a trade.
Yeah, right.
Either those the pieces that got traded or they teaming up now. That's the new duo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So obviously, y'all, we're going to be talking about that and a couple of other things. But let's go ahead and get into our points for the day, fellas. And I'm going to just read it straight off my phone. Be authentic with y'all today. You know what I'm saying? So, let me get comfortable. Fellas, after seeing this trade, and as you alluded to, Brandon, we've never seen a trade, the craziest trade I think in anybody's lifetime when it's come to the NBA and basketball history. So when you think about this trade, I gotta ask, how does that affect the future of the NBA, man? Like, what do y'all think about that? Like, how does that affect the future of the NBA, man? Like, how we going forward? Like, what do y'all think? Like, just talk to me.
I ain't gonna lie.
Talk to me.
I feel like nobody not safe.
Yeah.
Like if Dallas could just give up a superstar like that, I mean nobody not safe. I feel like anybody could go.
Absolutely.
Like word.
Absolutely.
Like LeBron, you up for takes too. Word. Like anybody could go, I feel like.
Yeah.
Nah, that's why I feel like they're going, man. Like, for me, you traded Luka, but anybody can go. I think Ant even said something like, I hope they don't trade me.
Yeah.
But I like the savageness of the GM. See, this how things was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Before the players had the power. You just got traded and you ain't say nothing about it. You just, kept it moving. I like the GMs getting their power back. I'm not gonna lie. Was it a good move? I'm not sure, but I like it. It's bringing more drama, bring the ratings up. Facts.
They harassing. What's that guy name on the Dallas? Nico Harrison.
Nico Harrison, the GM.
Yeah. He got death threats, bro.
No, because all right. So here's my thing about that. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about. GMs lost their power. GMs have always had the power. They were just never crazy enough to make a ridiculous trade like this. And I'm gonna say it, y'all. It's a ridiculous trade. Yeah. It's a ridiculous trade. So I don't think they ever lost their power. At the end of the day, I think the players definitely have gotten a lot more freedom. But I think that's because the GMs are willing to recognize the value of a player. So you look at GMs back in the day, they're thinking about business. I don't even think they watching the games for real. Now I feel like GMs are more involved in that organization to where they understand a player's value. So they're not going to make a drastic trade like that if you're aware of how valuable a player is to your franchise. So when you look at a 25-year-old Luka Doncic, who in the last 3 years was top 3 in MVP voting, and last year he had my MVP vote. I'm just going to be real with you. I think last year, especially if you include the postseason and you include the year 2022, I think Luka Doncic was the best player in the world, bro. I think those 2 years he's the best player in the world. So it's just like we've never seen a trade this drastic, like this crazy. And the thing is, this is the thing, Brandon. No one knew about the trade except the GMs. Crazy. So like you saying like the players not saying anything, the players didn't know. Bro, Mark Cuban, the co-owner, or the co-owner of the of the Dallas Mavericks, whatever, like he wasn't aware about it. Cause he stepped down. He stepped down, man. Like no one knew about it. That is
LeBron. No.
All right, bro. Come on, man.
That, bro. I got to stop.
Bron,
he ain't know. He was at
dinner
with Bronny in Savannah. He wasn't there.
He was in state.
No, all right. I don't know if he's eating dinner. I think he knew. I think Bron knew before anybody else. But I think by the time Bron knew, it had already happened. Like there was nothing Bron could do. But he was eating dinner with his family. I don't believe that. I think that's LeCap back at it again.
Nah, he was
that's LeCap back at it again, bro.
Dinner with the GMs. That's
having dinner. Yeah. He was having dinner with Rob Pelinka. He said, "Oh yeah, just so you know, Bron, AD gone." That's what I think happened. That's what I think happened.
AD gone.
And I think Bron was like, "Dang." I think Bron, if he wanted to, he could have influenced some, but he's like, "Dang, like, I mean, it's already happening pretty much." And like Luka. It's Luka. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't never seen a trade like this, bro. Like that's crazy, man. I don't know what Nico thinking, but we gonna get into that.
I don't know what he was thinking ever.
Nah, but yeah, apparently, bro, with Nico, he's I don't even think he be watching the games I could have sworn I saw some on YouTube. Cause he's the new GM, like he's the new owner, like the new GM or whatever, right? So from what I saw on YouTube, he's not very familiar, like he doesn't actually really watch the games. But him and Rob Pelinka are friends, so it's just like, hey man, if we get rid of anybody, if we get rid of Luka for anybody, we're gonna get rid of him for Anthony Davis. Now, for those who don't know in the chat, those who don't know on YouTube, because for YouTube, obviously this will be posted a lot later. This was filmed Saturday. What's today's date, fellas? What's today's date, fellas? It's February 8th. February 8th. This is filmed Saturday, February 8th. Okay? It is currently, I believe, it's 9:30. All right? So, the Dallas Mavericks actually played their first game with Anthony Davis. So, we're talking about getting rid of Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, who had an amazing first quarter, and then he got hurt in his debut game. He got hurt.
I don't know if did he return. I don't know if he came back or not.
Nope, did not come back. Finished with 26 points.
Who cares? Did you not see the dominant performance?
Yeah, we did. We did, but it doesn't matter if you can't play. I mean, it just does not matter if you cannot play. But
made out of glass.
A very impactful first quarter for sure.
Y'all not gonna do my boy like
I think he had 14, 8, 3, 1-1 just in the first quarter alone. Yeah. It was incredibly dominant. Yeah. But again, if you're hurt, I mean, you can't be dominant on the bench. You're just going to be a verbal leader. So, I mean, I don't really know, but we're about to get into that for a second. So, fellas, this is what I really wanted to talk about. And now I'm getting a little hype. And by the way, y'all, no coffee, okay? This is authentic energy. That's how crazy this trade is, okay?
Hello.
I wanted to ask you guys, as well as the chat and YouTube, who do you think benefited the most from this trade? Okay, we're going to talk about right now. And we're going to talk about a longevity aspect as well. Who benefits now and who benefits in the long term? Or maybe both.
I think right now, I'm going to say Dallas. They looking, well, before 80 went down, they was looking scary. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah.
For longevity, I'm going to say Luka. Obviously, 80's older. He's like, what, 30, 33? 32.
31.
31.
Chill.
31.
Whatever.
But he
Like,
turns
next year.
he turns 32 and I think next month or a couple months from now. So he's pretty much 32.
right. So like he only got about like 2 or 3 years and he done for it. Luka's 25. You feel me?
Luka's 25.
Luka 25. He's gonna be there for a minute. So like
The youngest superstar in the league. Jason Tatum's 26. Luka's 25. And of course, I would be inauthentic if I didn't say Anthony Edwards was 23. Second pick in this year's All-Star draft, but we'll get to that later as well.
Big 23.
All right, Brandon, talk to me, man. How you feeling? I mean, AD was part of your team, so I mean, how we feeling? Who benefits more? And let's just talk about your feelings, man.
Man, first of all, AD, man, no, everybody was so happy about Luka, man. We need to send you off straight, man. I'm gonna eulogize you right quick. You know what I'm saying? You did great. My team is 5. My team is 5 because of you. You know what I'm saying? When you did your thing, I think you somewhere around 26-12 for us. Great basketball. First team all defense for me. You know, top 5. You know, really top 10. You want my top 10? You want my top 10? Word. Now you gotta see
top 10. Wait. Top 10 on what?
Wait, top 10 on what?
Top 10 guys right now. He's in my top 10.
Oh, okay. I thought we was talking about all time. Yeah, he's definitely a top 10 guy now. Absolutely. He should have been an all-star starter.
Yeah, I believe so. But you know, I am with Dallas. I mean, yeah, I think it benefits them now more than ever. You know, but I mean, he's hurt now, so I don't know when he's gonna come back. Nobody knows. But if he keeps playing like that, man, Dallas gonna go far in the playoffs. I got them in OKC, to be honest. I thought it benefited us too until Mark Williams just decides he wants to go back to Charlotte. I don't know why, but whatever.
We'll get into that because we got some news on that as well. We got some news on that as well, man.
Now that Mark ain't here, I don't think we're contending like that for real. I'll be surprised.
Jackson Hayes, man.
Jackson Hayes is actually a pretty good player, but he got to bulk up.
Jackson Hayes,
he got to bulk up. He's not a big to rely on to play over 30 minutes a game. He's just not. He got to bulk up. But actually, man, Shaun, you go ahead and tell him about Mark Williams, bro. Go ahead and tell him what you told me, man. Then that we talking about it, we might as well.
Boom. All right, so boom, I get a notification, right? It said that pretty much Mark Williams did not pass his physical. So Lakers vetoed the trade. Connect is back on the Lakers, so it's gonna be mad awkward. Now I don't even know how that's gonna go. And then Mark Williams is back on the Hornets.
16-10 guy could not complete his physical training. Failed PT. Physical training test. 16-10 guy.
And I was looking at the comments. They were saying, "Dang, he must be really hurt." I don't know if he's hurt or not. I don't know if he got an injury.
I'm gonna be real, bro. And I don't like to make assumptions, chat, but I'm gonna be real, man. I don't think a 16-10 guy just fails his physical test, bro. I think, man, he failed another type of test, man. That's what I think. I think he failed another test. You averaging 16 and 10, and you're telling me you failed a physical test in the NBA? I think I've heard that only one time before.
Yeah.
Nah, he failed another type of test, you asked me.
He didn't put it down.
He failed another type of test, man. Charlotte treating him right, boy.
Yeah, go to rehab, man. Something.
He heard LA. Never mind. I ain't even gonna get that.
He won't like this in high school, fellas. He won't like this in high school.
He always been good. He still is good, bro. I just think there's something else going on, bro. Like for you to, what kind of trade have you heard in the last 5 years, bro? Like we can't make that trade because you failed your physical training test. Like, that just don't make sense. That don't sound right. That sound like it's another story, man. It sound like you probably failed a drug test. Or, I don't know. He got he got something else going on, bro. But I'm just guessing.
I don't know. I was like, dang. I don't know how that new roster gonna look with the Lakers. That's the lineup.
But who benefits in the long term, though, Brandon? You didn't answer that. Do you think it's the Los Angeles Lakers or maybe it's the Dallas Mavericks as well?
I think Lakers definitely benefit in the long term. I think Nico might get fired, to be real with you. That doesn't benefit his long term at all. Absolutely. Even if you do win a chip, it's just like, what if Kyrie leaves? I guarantee you Kyrie gets a good deal. If free agency ended today and Kyrie enters free agency, I do not think he's re-signing to the Dallas Mavericks, bro.
Absolutely.
Like out of all teams. So it's just like the team's going to go downhill after 1 or 2 years. So, I mean, but Luka, at 25, and you can build around him? No, future bright in LA.
No,
I mean,
absolutely.
Brownie.
You gotta look at it like this, man. I just went ahead and did some research just to make sure I won't tripping. All right, so you asked me who benefits right now, who benefits long term. If we're going for a Hail Mary, win right now type vibe, type tactic, if you would say, because I would say it's the Dallas Mavericks, and I think Nico. One, I gotta say, Nico, man, you got some balls, bro. Like real talk, and YouTube do not demonetize us, man. If we get monetized from this episode, please don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I could be talking about basketballs, YouTube, but like you really do, just because it's
Talk about
like
basketball.
you give away your franchise player who's been there, I believe, for what 6 years now. Been playing pro since high school. MVP candidate. He's been a top 3 player in the world for the past 4 years. So it's just kind of like that's a very ballsy thing to do, bro. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. So who benefits right now? I would say the Dallas Mavericks, man. But the real question is it worth it? Like you look at Kyrie Irving, who's 32 years old. You look at Anthony Davis, who's 31 years old, but he's extremely injury prone. And man, like maybe Nico thought all these fans were just joking about how injury prone AD was. No, we were dead serious. Like he gets injured in his debut game, and yes, when Anthony Davis is healthy, he is a top 5. Really, to me, I believe he's a top 5 basketball player on the earth. I really do. I think he's that good. I think he's the second best big man in the league. I think he's better than Embiid. Because Embiid's showing signs of regression, even though Embiid's still a guy. I think he's better than Embiid when he's healthy. This year's Embiid, not 2 years ago. No, not that Embiid. Right?
Nah, Embiid was on one though.
He was on one. He's on one. So I think he's that nice.
He was all right.
Okay. I think he was that nice, right? But the thing is, the fact is you don't know how healthy Anthony Davis will be this season. Kyrie gets injured sometimes. Usually he's reliable. You can rely on Kyrie. But look at your lineup. You have Quentin Grimes. You have Dante Exum. You have Derek Lively. You have Daniel. You have Gafford. You have all these guys who Gafford's an older guy. Lively's a rookie. That's like when you think about longevity wise for your franchise, you're really looking at Lively, man. I mean, who else are you really looking at to kind of carry the reins of your franchise after the next 3-5 years? Who do we get next? And because you're in playoff contention, you're not going to get great picks unless you're hoping for a non-lottery pick or second rounder to explode like Jokic or SGA or whoever. But that's an anomaly. So I think for right now, you got to say the Dallas Mavericks. But if Anthony Davis don't stay healthy, the Lakers might be better. That's a big gamble picking up Anthony Davis, man. So it's just like for right now, I'm gonna say the Dallas Mavericks, but it's tricky. Longevity is definitely the Lakers, bro. When you got guys like Connect, you got young guys like Rui, you got young guys like Jackson Hayes, and then you got Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves. Luka revolving that team around Luka Doncic and being able to have the opportunity to develop these young guys for years to come, and you're still in playoff contention. I think that's incredible, and I think the Lakers won the trade by far. Which is another thing I want to ask y'all. Who do y'all think won the trade overall?
Judge about now. I'm a definitely say the Lakers. That AD injured, man. He disappointed me. But even before, I was gonna say Lakers because Luka younger. I also thought they had Mark Williams. I was like, okay, that's a great pickup. I don't know what happened with that, but I'm gonna go with the Lakers. Luka, Magic, and LeBron. They're gonna get it done.
Like done how? Like, what do you mean done? Like, what are they getting done exactly? Like a championship?
What's they selling?
Yeah, what's the ceiling?
Okay.
Ceiling? Yeah.
I'm gonna say third round. I'm gonna say third round is just.
Third round?
I think they're gonna go far.
Conference finals?
Like
or you
top
mean
2 in the
semi? You talking about second round semi? Semifinals?
Yeah. I still feel like
I can see it being like that. I can see it being like that. I ain't gonna lie. I think we want to trade over time. Like when it's all said and done, and look back who did more, it'll look like LA.
Yeah.
But like right now, I think Dallas want to
Yeah.
trade, but be real.
You think so?
'Cause,
Overall, Dallas won the trade.
I think when it's all said and done, I think the Lakers will benefit more.
Okay,
But
yeah.
right now, I'm liking Dallas's team more than I'm liking the Lakers team. Just we don't got Mark, and we don't got too many defenders, and our big man is Jackson Hayes. Like I don't think we can get it done. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, how good does the Dallas Mavericks look though if Anthony Davis stays hurt? Like if he's hurt playoff time, how good do y'all look, or how good do the Mavs look?
They don't look good either, but I mean, they can perform without guys. They've been on a tear without Luka. They just beat the Celtics. They just whooped the Celtics. Hey, no Luka, no AD.
That ain't a flex. That's not a flex though. I feel like the Celtics lose to bad teams though, man. If we being real, the Celtics has this tendency when they play against good teams, we whoop the Celtics and we're terrible. We whoop the Celtics, but I mean, it's just like we have this. The Celtics have this tendency of losing to bad teams, bro. I think they underestimate them or something, or they don't go 100% because they don't want to get injured. I don't know what it is, but that's not a big flex. OKC's a flex. The Cavs is a flex. The Knicks is low key a flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Celtics. I don't think Celtics.
A flex.
They beat y'all, man, with no Kyrie and Luka. You know what I'm saying? It's just like But that is a good point because I feel like Mavs actually have some pretty solid role players. That can get the job done on occasion, but I don't think they survive a playoff series. I mean, right?
Nah, it got to be a full roster. I got to be a full roster, but I think it's gonna be a full roster this year, though. I see AD being healthy this year.
You say that? Are you really confident to say that though? After my man just went down in his debut game?
Absolutely. He played for us last year. I think he played 70+ games. He was on it. He's been somewhat healthy this year. I seen it coming. I think he's gonna be healthy.
He getting older though, Brandon. Like the older he gets, the more prone to injury he's gonna get. Susceptible to getting injured. It's just his age, man.
What's the selling for the Mavs if they healthy?
Selling for the Mavs if they healthy. Conference finals could be NBA finals. I'm gonna play it safe and say conference finals because I think the Thunder. I just don't see anybody beating the Thunder for real. Like they be blowing guys out without Chet and Isaiah. Like they on a whole nother level. But I mean, I like them versus OKC though. I like them healthy, versus anybody.
I do too. I just don't know. I think too. Another thing that you're doing that y'all don't really understand. I don't think how it's gonna be a big missing Luka. Especially, we're talking about in the playoff series, bro. Like, that's a big impact. Like, you're losing a lot there. Like, for example, who is the primary facilitator?
Who is it?
Kyrie Irving.
I think everybody gets their own buckets now. Then we
can't play like that. We can't play like that with Lively on the court, Gafford who are only successful when we send good passes to them. We have Dante Exum on the court, who cannot create for himself, really. Quentin Grimes, who's not a good shot creator as well. I think we have too many role players who require getting good touches to score. We don't have the guys that can create their own shots. The only two people that's creating their own shots is Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. So how does the rest of the team score if we don't have a primary facilitator? So the way I see it is now Kyrie Irving has to take on the mantle of being a primary facilitator, but the problem is with that, now his scoring production, it decreases because now he's expected to be this primary ball handler facilitator, right? So now his scoring production decreases, meaning that AD is expected to score more. The only problem with that is, can AD be the first scoring option? Absolutely. But we saw today, him being the first scoring option, when you increase his workload, that boy crashes, man. He gets more prone to injury. So I think if you rely on AD too much on a scoring aspect and then as well as a defensive aspect, having Gafford helps. Mm-hmm. But I think he's more susceptible to injury, man. And I think in a playoff series where you're relying on AD to be this primary scorer and a primary defensive anchor, I think you're setting him up to get hurt. And I don't think he survives in Like, I don't think he survives in 4 rounds, bro. I don't think he survives in 2 rounds. Just being honest with you. We need that facilitator.
I hope he stay healthy, though.
We need that facilitator because we got to get other guys involved. Now we're relying on AD to get double, man. That's the only way these other guys going to eat. So if AD goes down, it looks bad, bro. It looks bad. It looks bad if AD goes down.
Because Kyrie, they might put that boy in the jail. So.
Kyrie, Washington, Lively, and Gafford. But most of those guys need touches to score. They need to be put in a good situation to score. Someone needs to play make for them. They can't create their own shots. That's where they excel.
Yeah, probably Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie's an ISO guy too, but I think everybody gets their own buckets.
I love Spencer. He's not a reliable scoring threat, man, especially talking about the playoffs. He's not.
Yeah, nah.
Because then why didn't he turn it around for y'all? Didn't y'all need scores?
We won't giving them no burn, no, like how we should have.
Y'all won't giving him touches for real. How is it gonna be any better here, bro?
I forgot y'all did have them.
I think they had Dinwiddie twice.
We won't give the right guys burn. No, I like that 22 he had against Boston. No, he impressed me. I like him. I like those guys, man. And they get their own buckets. If Kyrie's isoing, Dinwiddie's isoing, Clay's running floppies over here, you worry about this Kyrie dribble, but Clay's over there running around the floppies. We can call up Lively and Gafford for some screener rolls sometimes. I just think they can make it work. I believe they can make it work.
But okay, Clay's not that consistent of a shooter he used to be for me to run off a floppy and hedge and bring a strong hedge to Clay to give up a roll to Gafford and Lively. I don't think that's the case. I think to a degree, they live with Clay shooting that a little bit. They bring a soft hedge, but put themselves in an opportunity where they can still bring help to the roll. I'm just saying, man, if AD goes down, bro, it's scary. Now you need guys like Clay to go off for you. You need guys like Dinwiddie to go off for you. Dante Exum and Quentin Grimes, bro. And it's just that's scary, man. That's scary, bro.
That trade's ridiculous.
That's scary.
Now if AD go down, that trade was pointless.
He go down, bro. I don't know. I think overall, bro, I think the Lakers benefit. I think the Lakers could be the better team this season, for real. If Anthony Davis go down, you still got really good pieces, bro. You got LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic, man. I think you can make something shake with that. I think if they get a big, Mark Williams would have been a great pickup. They get a competent big, bro. I don't know what could happen. I'm trying to tell you. I told y'all before, bro. Y'all need to be looking at the DeAndre Ayton, man. Y'all might be able to do something with him.
Tell her he was on the
Portland ready to give him up. Like Portland was ready to give him up, man. Y'all should have looked at DeAndre Ayton.
Now we should have got Ayton and Rob out of there, man. I was looking at him. Rob wasn't looking at him, but I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mark, man, but I wanted
Mark was a good pickup, though. Mark was actually a good pickup.
And he had 757.
That was a sleeper.
Dorian Finney-Smith is 757.
Dorian Finney-Smith, P-Town.
Yeah.
I just found that out the other day. I didn't even know.